Hello everyone, I'm Christopher Nightingale.
I'm Joe Pickles.
No, Stephen Sargent.
It's been a while since we've done one of these, we're all a bit rusty.
Yes.
And as you can see, we are still in lockdown. Yeah, in the UK, we're back in lockdown. For our international listeners. I don't know if we have any international listeners, but if you are international, yeah, we're still in lockdown in the UK.
Well, we have pretty much no listeners, so the fact that we are international will be amazing.
And today, we are in room 102. Now, as a little disclaimer to the BBC, this is a completely different room to 101, like totally different.
Next door to it.
Yeah, so don't have a go at us, this is a completely different room. That being said, let's talk about things we really don't like. And we're going through 3 things each. So, Joe, start us off in room 102.
So I don't quite know what order I'm going to do it in, but I'll go with this one first. The first one I've gone for, and it's a little bit relevant actually in the last week, but I didn't mean it for it to be that way, is workplace politics.
Oh,
okay.
Right.
That's a fair one.
Yes.
I've got a description here off the internet, although we pretty much all know what it is anyway. It says, workplace politics is the process and behaviour in human interactions involving power and authority. It involves the use of power and social networking within a workplace to achieve changes, and this is the key, that benefit the organisation, which you can kind of understand, or individuals within it. Now that's the key bit, because I just hate it, and I know for a fact that you've experienced it, Nighty, and Sarge has experienced it based on what he's told me in the past, and I've experienced it, and it still happens. And even at the level of government with Dominic Cummings getting fired because he called Boris Johnson's girlfriend I can't remember what it was. I mean, that's obviously just petty.
Blind.
You know, that's. I don't know what he called her, but
blind.
Yeah.
Dumb,
it's kind of the whole thing around just wanting power for yourself and wanting credit for things and stopping people doing things if you're not happy about it and for no reason. I mean, and so, I hate it, and I always will, really.
Right, so Dominic Cummings got sacked for calling Boris Johnson's wife something, even though he fucked off up to Barnard Castle in the first lockdown when he wasn't meant to. So the time he should have sacked him, he didn't. And when he calls his missus I
honestly, it said it on the news in a text message. I can't remember what it was.
Oh my god. Something Oh, he's gone.
Oh.
He's having a right rant too, so hey, Chris, right, you could add subtitles on that bit, right, because we don't have a clue what he's saying, so you could put anything you want in to put on there.
Joe, your audio's gone. If you disconnect and then reconnect, we can hear you again. Because we couldn't hear any of that. Sorry.
Bye.
Bye. Alright, Joe?
Can you hear it now?
Yes. What were you saying?
We can just subtitle that bit.
Yeah, we'll subtitle. We'll see what you...
Yeah.
Yeah, so I could hear you though, by the way.
Oh, right, okay.
So you know. I could hear you. So basically, I mean, that's workplace politics at the highest level. He didn't sack him because of something that was sackable. And then when he says something about his girlfriend, which wasn't actually that bad, I can't remember exactly, but it wasn't something absolutely disgraceful. He said, "Yeah, we'll get rid of him now," because same thing with Priti Patel and the bullying. That would have been workplace politics, what she was doing.
But they didn't get rid of that person, though, did they?
No, because she's still friends with him. That's it. That's workplace politics in a nutshell, really.
And she's a woman.
What's happened last week?
She can't. You can't be seen to be sacking a woman. It's not right.
To be honest with you, I don't think Boris Johnson cares about that.
Boris Johnson doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Well, we know that. That's a given. I mean,
well, that's obvious.
Yeah.
But no, I agree. I mean, I think when people start bringing like kind of if they have like a personal thing against someone, but then they start making that professional, even though it's got nothing to do with how someone's doing a job, I think that's completely wrong.
Definitely, and yeah, and then I mean, there's like two different parts. There's taking credit for something else has done, which I don't think I've experienced actually that happening to me personally, and then there's
people not owning up to shit they've done and blaming other people.
And then there's, like you said, letting the personal feelings get in the way of decision making, and it's just irrational things that you decide about someone, or you treat irrational ways you treat someone. You could say it's bullying, but we'll go with
favoritism.
Yeah, I think
favoritism.
I think the crazy thing is sometimes is when people make decisions without actually consulting people who actually know what is like, who are like specialists in a certain area, and they don't actually consult them about it before making a decision, even though they know it's going to impact on them. That I can never get my head round.
Well, I think that's.
Are you referring here to the government with the scientists and saying, no, we don't listen to them?
Well, that's exactly the point, Sargy. Yeah, it's that type of thing.
That's it, actually. I mean, I completely realised that. Yeah, so the whole thing about ignoring the science, what the government's been doing, that is exactly because the government wants to be seen as having the power, which they do have anyway, and being in control. And it's like, well, we don't like you or what you say. We probably don't like you as people that much either. So we're not going to listen to you. That's it, really.
Yeah.
And it happens. It's not just this government. It happens in the other government over the pond, and it happens in governments in Europe, and it happens in workplaces, our friends' workplaces. And I think if it was just gone completely, it's almost like saying, I wish the invention of lying was a real thing for the film. I mean, it's kind of like saying that you've seen the film Nightingale.
Yeah.
Well, it is a real thing, because people listen to him and they believe him. When Boris opens his mouth, when he opens his mouth, you know it's just going to be bollocks. But people listen to him and then vote for him.
That's a different thing, though, really. That's kind of... I don't know what that is. It's not politics, though. It's not workplace politics, that.
That's just politics in general.
Yeah, fortunately, yeah. But it's just, I hate it. And if somebody says they've never experienced it, they're either completely
thick as fuck,
oblivious to it, or they're the ones doing it. If someone says to you, "What that is," likely they could be the ones doing it.
I would say I think every single employee at some point has faced it in some way. I'd be amazed if there isn't an employee. It comes with any job, because you're interacting with other people, and you've got to get along with people who you may not ordinarily choose them as mates. If you're lucky, you get along really well with all your colleagues and your mates as well. But sometimes you have to work with people who actually you respect, but you wouldn't like go out for like a meal or a drink with them. You just got to get on with them. Yeah, and that's So I think everyone
if everybody was oblivious to that, the world would be a better place. If everybody didn't know what it wasn't wired into people's brains, it would just be so much easier for everybody. I think
that should firmly go in room 102. That's a fair one. Sargy, what have you got as your number, as one of your three?
I have got the Royal Netherlands Football Association, or the KNVB.
We talked about this last week.
Okay.
Yeah, we did. But I'm still standing by it.
Okay, give us your reasons why.
Right. These are the people, the Netherlands Football Association. These are the people that invented and came up with the idea for the VAR system. Right. They came up with the idea in 2010, and then they started trialing it in 2013 in Holland. So yeah, it kind of makes sense to come from a sort of country like that smokes pot and comes up with daft ideas.
It's not.
What?
Right, okay.
That's not.
And it has ruined football forever.
Can I say something, Sargy? Why not just put VAR in there? What on earth does the Dutch Football Association have to do with this?
I tried to Google the person who came up with VAR, and it was them.
Yeah, but they've done so much else other than that.
Doesn't matter.
And also,
that's going in.
They're basically giving us a crap problem.
Yeah, they have.
But then you've said, right, we'll get rid of the guys who made it, but what they've made, we'll just keep it. But we've still got it, so the problem is still there.
The problem is still there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So have you got, right, jumping ahead a little bit, is one of your other two VAR?
No.
Okay, so this is your...
So you want to keep VAR, but you want to get rid of these guys.
VAR. I want it to go, but because of these people who invented it, you kind of before they come up with any more stupid ideas, you're getting rid of them. They've come up with one bad idea, they'll come up with another one.
But they also came up with Johan Cruyff. I mean, he was a pretty good idea.
I don't think they came up with him. I think...
Well, he came from Holland, so...
Johan slipped Mrs. Cruyff a bit of his love length, and then 9 months later he popped out.
Right.
And then
what about
Robin to play football? Yeah. What?
Robin van Persie.
Holland. If it wasn't for the Dutch FA, he would never have played in England because he just wouldn't have made it as a footballer. Because there'd be no football in Holland. There just wouldn't be.
Yeah, there would be an Ajax.
Ian Robin came from there. Ian Robin came from the Hollands, and we don't like him.
Wow. Okay.
So that means your league title from 2011 doesn't exist, and Liverpool actually is still ahead of you.
No, they're not.
2013, Joe.
2013, then.
Yeah,
no, they're not.
Well, we just got rid of the man who pretty much won us that league title because he didn't play football because there was no club to start his career at.
No, we still won it because I've got rid of them for their silliness in 2010. So Robin van Persie is still knocking about.
Right, so any player after that,
2010, they've gone for being stupid, right? So for their silliness in 2010, they've gone. So everything before 2010 can still stand, but anything after, it's nah.
Sargy, you want to go to Ajax, to that stadium, because you think that stadium looks pretty nice, right?
Yeah.
Right, you've disbanded the Dutch FA, which means you've effectively disbanded that league. So Ajax can't play in any league anymore. So you can't go
because
there's not.
Stadium.
But they're not going to play any football. You've effectively disbanded that league.
All right, okay. I'll put VAR in there then.
Oh Christ! Okay.
I thought it would be a man, just one man called John, who came up with VAR, and then he could go in there. I didn't expect it to be all footballing freaking association. Just what John would have been doing.
I think, if you're going to go down that road, you're probably going to have to get UEFA involved and FIFA, because they all backed VAR as well. You can't get rid of them all.
Go in that room now, then. Get Seb Blatter in there.
Joe, have you got VAR as one of yours?
Yeah.
Right, same here.
Can we leave that till the end? Can we talk about that one at the end? Because that one will be quite a...
Yeah, we can...
There'll be a lot to say on that one.
Okay.
To be fair, in fairness, I think the concept of it is quite good. It is a good concept. but it just gets abused a lot. It gets abused. It gets raped. Every single time there's a football match, someone falls over, or someone goes, "Yeah, I'll have the ball that way," and he's pointed, and then his hand's offside because you can score with your hand apparently if your name's Diego.
Well, we'll discuss it now.
Shit. You can't score with your hand. You can't score with your armpit. Them things should be wiped off. You should have invisible arms, really, when a VAR comes up, right? If you have size 12 feet and you are stood next to somebody who's got a defender who's got size 9 feet and you're about to run, you're getting penalised for having big feet. It's bollocks.
Is the question, is that the fact that VAR's in, or is that the fact that VAR is being used badly?
It's being used badly because they're not showing anything in real time. Everything looks worse in slow motion. So you get rid of the slow motion aspect of it, it's fine.
Well, okay.
And then get rid of the shit where you go, his arm, he's offside with his arm. You can't score with your hand, right? So, no, he's onside because he can't score with his hand. So he's onside. And then, like, another problem is, like, when Man United were playing Brighton and they got that penalty, which was a penalty because he handled it, but they went back after the full-time whistle had gone to give the penalty. No, as soon as the referee blows his full-time whistle, or half-time, they should just cut the VAR off because it's off. The game is done. It's done. You do not come back for a penalty. You don't do what they did in Germany where they dragged everyone back out at half-time. What if the goalkeeper had saved that penalty but had come off his line a little bit, right? Like the incident with David De Gea and Crystal Palace where he saved it but it was off his line and it had to get retaken a few minutes later. All the Brighton players would have been in the dressing room having a shower. So the referee's going, come on lads, you're going to have to get dried and change. You're going to have to go back out because of penalty because your mate was off his line. You turn VAR off at half-time and, well, you don't even turn it on at the start of the game, really.
Okay, Joe.
The only bit of technology that works good in football is the goal line one.
Okay.
The goal line technology works. Apart from if you are Aston Villa and Sheffield United, then it doesn't work at all for you.
So you're saying it's the slow motion things that don't work. So let's say you take out the slow motion aspect of it.
Yeah, and the bit with the arms, and your bit with your arms.
No. The slow motion bit. That is the slow motion bit that you're referring to.
Yeah.
So once you take that out, what does it do? What's it there for? Once you take that bit out. If you look at all sports where they use VAR, tennis, cricket, when there's a photo finish in athletics or cycling, it's always going back to it after to look at it. There is no other version of VAR where it happens during real time. So there cannot be another version of it. There can't be. If I make a decision and then 90
tennis and the cricket have got that Hawkeye thing.
If I make a decision and 90 wants to change it after I've done it, the only way he's going to do it is after I've done it. He can't do it in real time. He can't when I'm doing it. He can't say, "Oh, wait there, let's change it." The only way of deciding if it's wrong or right is doing it afterwards.
Yeah.
So the only way VAR will work is by going back and checking them after. That is the only way it's going to work. Except, as you say, goal lines on.
But also the problem is they're getting referees to monitor the game as well, and certain referees don't like certain teams. Right? They're not meant to be biased.
Absolute bollocks, Sargy. That is absolute bollocks, lad.
Going back to the last topic we talked about like a second ago. With that.
No,
No, it's not bollocks. It's true.
How is that? Why? So, what teams VAR biased towards then?
Man United.
Well, because you've benefited a lot from it, so...
Precisely, the bias towards them. Half the tackles and fouls aren't fouls, right? It's just that they've got soft people that when it blows in a certain direction,
I think
fall on their arse.
The thing is, the bigger teams always get of the rub of the green, because that's how it goes. That's happened over the last 20 years. Barcelona have got penalties that have been stupid decisions in the past. And
Liverpool, they get some of them.
referees get swayed by fans. I mean, I know there's no fans at the moment.
But now there's no fans, they're getting swayed by a dickhead.
That's all it happens, though. It's not VAR, that's just referees being stronger, really.
Yeah, but now they're getting done in by a man who sits in a transit van, fucking 500 miles away from getting this going on.
Before we continue, Son's just scored for Tottenham by the looks of things.
Who?
Son.
Harry Kane assist then.
Now, of course, that could get ruled out in about 5 minutes, so wait a second, because VAR crapness might kick in.
Well,
yeah.
This is the other thing. Yeah, this is the other thing.
Son's fucking, checking every goal. But then, when Man United played Leipzig in the Champions League, they had a goal where Rashford had the ball, and he was played in his own half, and the linesman flagged for offside. You can't be offside in your own half. He ran through, carried on and scored, right? And this is when VAR works well, because he played on, scored, referee went and overruled the blind linesman's decision. So that's when it worked well. When it doesn't work well...
Still, the problem with that one is, whether it was right or wrong, it still changed the game completely.
It didn't. It didn't change the game at all. Because Man United... You
don't understand. You don't understand. It changes the way football is played. So, because I can't...
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Sorry, stop for a second. Over the past week, I've been watching all these YouTube videos of goals and stuff, and there was the Scotland-England game, which was 2-2, where the Scotland fans absolutely lost it, and it was brilliant for those guys when Lee Griffiths got those 2 free kicks, and there's loads of other examples. Now, what VAR does is it gets all those guys celebrating, and then maybe 20 seconds later, they can't celebrate. And they have to wait another 30 seconds for a decision to be made. It changes the way football is just watched completely. It didn't really change tennis.
I do agree with that.
Because all what you do when you got to Wimbledon is have fucking strawberries and cream. And when you got to watch cricket, all you're too busy getting pissed. So of course it's not going to affect the fans, is it? Because they've got nothing to get excited about.
Sargy, what the hell does that have to do with it? Nothing.
Nothing really. But no, the Marcus Rashford one, he was told to play to the whistle, so he ran on, he got the ball, flagged offside in his own half, ran on and scored. Man United were already winning then. And as soon as he was giving it, there's offside. We go, no, he's wrong there, because you can't be offside in your own half. You don't need a computer. All it needed to say was, the referee didn't have to go over there. He just says, right, you need to give that goal because the linesman got it wrong, he was onside, right? And then he goes, well, all right, yeah, fair enough. Because you need to put glasses on, you shit fucker, right? Goal.
I think my take on VAR is like what Joe said. It's weird when you're in the crowd, a goal is scored, and now you're having to double check yourself. It's like you celebrate, but it's almost you don't know. It's a weird situation where you have to wait on certain goals, and it makes it just bizarre. Bit is just bizarre.
I mean, it's just ruining it completely. I mean, that and no fans is absolutely shocking. Obviously, the no fans is hopefully temporary.
Oh yeah, it will.
That's now permanent.
But
wasn't there an incident where there was an incident, wasn't there, where a footballer had a goal disallowed? I think he was sent off for some bullshit, and he walked past the VAR screen and booted it.
I don't know, Sargy.
He kicked the stand it was on.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But I think in certain extreme circumstances, it actually could be used well. But it needs to be really rare that it's used. I think it's used far too much for stupid little things. And actually, in a situation, if someone... The example I'd use is last year, the Aston Villa-Sheffield United game, where the ball crossed the line and the Hawkeye failed. Now, at that point, if you've got VAR as a fail-safe, VAR at that point should have said, actually, it's a goal. If it's something absolutely massive, like Hand of God, another one, if someone's done that and it's blatant, they've blatantly punched it in the net, at that point, you want to have a third eye in the background saying, yeah, he's punched it in the net.
But who would determine
but you don't have to go and do it, though. You don't have to walk over to that TV screen. It should be a word in there. You're going, right, he's on board it. Yeah, it's a goal. It's a foul. He's on board it. Right? You don't need to go check it. It's a foul.
I agree, Sarge, but I think it should be what it should be. I think it should be the fourth official with the screen actually in the ground. I don't think this whole thing of it being remote is ridiculous.
No,
if you're gonna have it,
it can't. No, it can't be the fourth official. It'll have to be another one because he's there just in case the referee decides he's going to have an hamstring problem.
Yeah, but what's the fourth official doing in the meantime?
Pissing around with his board to get subs ready.
Exactly. So give him something to do. If you're gonna have it in, because it's gonna stay in. Unfortunately, I think.
Yeah, he does. No. He can't. No, he can't keep an eye on that and then keep someone who likes running up and down touch lines. He's there to sort of like stop managers busting up as well, isn't
he? Yeah, but
hold on, right. So the fourth official is on his iPad looking VAR. Then Jose Mourinho gets a bit pissed off, right? This would be brilliant. And then obviously the fourth official's just had enough of him and just fucking does the world of him and just wangs the iPad at him. Right? He gets rid of Mourinho and he gets rid of VAR in one foul swoop. Then he bounces off Mourinho and it's Pogba, and then he fucks off for a while.
But what I'm saying is that I think in certain extreme circumstances, because it's here to stay now. I mean, they're not going to get rid of it. So if you're not going to get rid of it, if they're not going to get rid of it, only use it sparingly for stuff that's absolutely blatantly wrong. Like if it's so wrong, as in Jesus Christ, like good God.
Well, they're using it so much now. They're using it for things that are subjective.
Exactly. I think they should.
No, in real time.
Yeah. So what they need to do is they only need to use it for stuff that's absolutely clear cut. Like if something happened off the ball where someone turned around and literally lamped someone, and the ref's not seen it. In theory, that person in the past would have stayed on the pitch because the ref's not seen it.
No, they didn't. Mr. Zidane didn't.
Well, Mr. Zidane didn't because the fourth official saw it. But the fourth official actually is not really supposed to tell the ref that he did that. So actually, he got very lucky. Actually, the ref got very lucky because the ref didn't see it. The fourth official did, and then the fourth official relayed it to the linesman, who then told the ref. But actually, they're not technically allowed to do that. But if they had VAR, they would have had a get out.
So, in certain circumstances, does the referee have to grow a pair of bollocks and said when there's one of these decisions where
that's a refereeing problem you're talking about, not a VAR problem.
No, but it is a VAR problem as well as refereeing. But if there is a decision where you've pointed that you want the ball and you're miles on side but your arm isn't, then he goes, right, I think Mr. Clattenburg's in his little van and says, look, Mr. Moss, he's offside, he's used his arm. Mr. Moss then laughs and goes, fuck off, you can't score with your arm, you dickhead. And then they've gone on and you need to rule this goal out because he's offside. He goes over to the screen, pissing himself laughing and says, no, it's onside, the goal stands. I think referees need to knowingly when to use it, or when it's in slow motion, have more bottle about not being scared to get it wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I think ideally we'd all want to scrap it.
Right in this case. In this case.
We don't want to scrap it.
They're trying to get rid of human error.
Yeah, it'd be so much easier if they scrapped it. But they're not going to do that. So you just got to hope that they use it sparingly.
They're not going to, are they?
Don't use it the way they're doing it at the minute, which is a joke. The way they use it at the minute is so bad. It's so bad.
Or you could go and watch women's football where they don't have it, or non-league football, they don't have it.
Yeah.
Well, it's got to a point now where...
And then you've solved this problem. Go on a boycott. Boycott any matches that include VAR. Then you don't have to get sucked into that. Yeah, or is it a goal? Nah. Yeah, yeah, it is. Right, we'll cheer now. You won't get sucked into that shite. Just go and watch. Women's football.
It's
Football that doesn't have it.
It's got to a point now where if you said to me, right, in like 6 years, your team's going to be in the Premier League, I'd probably say, nah, I'm all right, thanks. But as long as we're not out of business and I can still watch it and it's at a half decent level, League One or higher.
I think in 6 years you need to be looking up to be playing in the conference.
I could do without that. I mean, if you said to me, you've got a deal, you're going to be watching Bradford playing the Premier League in 6 years, I don't really care about that, to be honest with you, because it's just ruined. I'm not bothered at all.
And you've already seen it once, but it wasn't ruined, so it's fine.
That alone should be sent to the people who commissioned VAR as a kind of example of how unpopular it is. That a team that's playing in League 2, the fans would not want their team to be in the top flight purely because of VAR is a massive sign of how unpopular VAR is.
And you've got to think about the level of football I'm watching at the moment. It is absolutely awful. And I still would rather be where we are than in the Premier League.
Yeah. So we can.
I don't care for it at all.
I think we can safely say that VAR is definitely in room 102. I mean, firmly in it.
For lots of people.
Well, I think most football fans actually.
Snowflakes.
What do you have against the snow?
Not them. Not snow.
Everyone likes playing in the snow.
Snowflake generation.
Okay.
They get offended easy. They're a pain in the arse.
How would you define the snowflake generation? Like age, current generation, certain age? What? How would you define a snowflake if you saw one? Like, how do you know?
What do you mean? How do you know?
Well, I'm just saying you're saying the snowflake generation, but what does that actually mean?
Right. There was a guy. It's just
careful what it says, really.
Right. Yeah. Right. There was a lad who went on this morning, quite a while ago, and said, "I don't think schools should be teaching about the Second World War because it's bad for their mental health." Right. That sort of shit. Right. Influencers and that can fuck off. Right?
Yeah,
we need to learn
what
about
were the
this
reasons he gave, though? Yeah, but what were the reasons he gave? And also, why were you watching this morning? That's the real question.
It was on the internet.
Okay.
It was on the internet, and I saw it. So this guy can, the snowflake generational stuff can go in. They just.
But what were the reasons he gave for that? What were the reasons he gave? Because it depends on the reasons a little bit.
He said it would be damaging to young people's mental health.
Why?
Because of the trauma that they would suffer whilst learning about it.
No, that is stupid that you said that. Yeah. I agree.
It is very stupid that you said that.
Without knowing about World War II, how do we know? How can we stop it happening again?
Precisely. He's a fucking idiot.
Okay. So
it's things like that.
Okay.
People who get offended and listen to these sort of influencers, where they come up with these great ideas of, I'm going to influence a generation, and we're not going to learn about this because it can hurt you a little bit. Let's not learn about science and things like that because it could potentially kill you learning about science. No.
What? Who said that? Since when has that ever been?
I don't know. Right, actually, I did have, to be fair, I had diversity and racism written down.
Wait, you want to get rid of diversity and racism? That's like...
Right, just wait a minute. Right, no. For going, no, there's a reason. There's a reason for this. For going too far the other way with it. Right, it's gone too far the other way now.
Oh, fucking hell. Okay. So,
Right.
you want...
The Sainsbury's advert sums this up perfectly.
Okay.
Right? This also covers snowflakes because people are getting upset about the coloured, the family people that are.
Well, there's like 3 parts to it, right? The 3 Sainsbury's parts to the advert.
Yeah, but the bit that the people are moaning about is that it's a black family and they can't relate to it. No, it's just a normal family. It doesn't matter what colour the skin is, they are a normal family. And this is why these people who are just fucking idiots who can't see past this need to go in there. If people are going, oh, well...
the people who have had a go at that are not snowflakes.
People get offended by things that are too easy. It's just people get offended really, really easily.
That's racism, that.
Yeah, I agree with putting racism in, but don't put diversity in. Surely you want to, actually promote diversity, don't you?
No, right, but it's going a bit too far the other way now. It's going massively the other way.
Okay, right, how?
What do you mean, how?
No.
Right? In films, there's more women playing roles that men should really play. Like, soon, Batman will be a woman because he can't be a man anymore. Or they'll change the name of Batman to Batty.
Don't they have Don't they have a Batwoman already?
They already do, actually. They already do. That was already a thing. That's been
for years.
All right, his sidekick then. It won't be Robin. He won't be a man. He'll be a woman.
That's okay, right? I mean, what's the problem with that? I mean, it's just something that happens.
There's other things, like James Bond. That will soon be a woman. Jason Bourne will be a woman.
I'll tell you what, James Bond will be a candidate for my room 102.
What? James Bond?
Whether it was a woman or a man.
Well, I think James Bond's brilliant. And another, what they're doing in the Premier League at the moment, they're still doing it, and it annoys me that they're doing that take a knee. They're taking a knee still. They're still taking a knee. That should have been, right, we'll do it to the end of the season, and then whichever club still wants to do it, they can do it. And if no club wants to do it, they don't have to do it. And then, in the Champions League, there are certain players in the team that didn't do it. And then everyone's going, why are they not doing it? They should be doing that. That's not right. They should be forced to do that. They should be told off. They should be fined. They should be doing this. No, it's their choice whether that person wants to kneel down or not.
I don't think all the teams have to do it. They just choose to.
That is true. I agree with that. Yeah, I don't think.
Would you do it? If you were at Man United or Bradford, would you do it?
Yeah.
You've done it right. You do it at the first to show that. But then after a while, you just go, "No, what's getting done about this?" It's pointless.
So you have to keep doing it then. I mean, it's not like you're kneeling for 10 seconds. It's not taking a massive part out of your life, is it?
No, but you'd get slated if Messi didn't do it. He would get absolutely he would get fucked for it because he's kneeling or whatever. He just it's just going a bit over the top with rubbing shit in your face.
If you take a knee for a couple of months and then stop, that's just like saying, oh, it's trendy now, so we'll do it, but it won't be trendy in 6 months, so we won't do it. Whereas it should continue forever because it should always be trendy, in my opinion.
Yeah, but nothing's ever going to get done about it.
Well, how do you know that nothing's ever going to get done about it?
Because nothing's been done about it in the past, so what's going to change in the future?
Well, that's you could say that about literally anything. I mean, that could be Jesus. You
are still going to get Russians chucking bits of fruit at people. And in Italy, you're going to get them making certain animal noises. It's never going to go away. It's always going to be there.
But why?
You can ban them people.
But why?
You can ban them because they are uneducated arseholes.
No, but we'll educate them then.
What you're saying...
How can you educate a nation of fucking racists? The Russians.
What you're saying is racist, though.
No, it's
What
not.
you just said is racist. It is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it
I
is.
just called a bunch of Russians
you've just
racist, fucking stupid idiots.
Yeah, you've written off a whole nation. A whole entire nation. And not just a small one, a massive one.
I mean,
at that.
have a look at the population of Russia.
What, and Italy?
Okay, so written off 2 nations.
So basically, 144.5 million people
have been written
in
off.
Russia.
Right.
Or,
Well, I did better than what Hitler did, didn't I?
No, but so
Joke. No, but no, you see what I mean though, because them sort of hooligans who go to games are there just to cause trouble.
right, so why not?
And then yes, but you'll ban them, right? And then you're not getting rid of a problem. Because then there'll be another idiot that takes his place.
Okay, but how?
And then another one. And then them idiots will marry. And then them idiots will have kids. And then them kids will become idiots because daddy's taught them that's a good thing to do.
Well, surely the
Like
thing
at St. Petersburg, they will not buy a coloured player.
Well, surely the matter lies with educating them then. Surely the whole thing is educate the youngsters that sort of behaviour is unacceptable. That's what taking a knee's all about, is raising awareness that sort of thing happens and that it's wrong.
It is. We know it's wrong, but fucking in other countries, they don't have these. They see it as a normality.
Well, the whole point is that it's raising awareness that normality, as you say it is,
by the way,
wrong.
So Emerick Laporte scored on 27 minutes, and on the 30th minute, it's been chalked off. Carry on.
Ah, well.
Wow.
It's his own fault for pissing on. He was probably his finger was offside.
So yeah,
Finger in the ball.
So I mean,
I do get.
you like Lewis Hamilton, right? You think he's a cracking fella.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and what he's doing with the racism thing is, I think, really good. You know,
I think it's good as well. I think it is.
Kind of what taking a knee is about.
I think what he's trying to do is brilliant, but there's people out there who are getting offended by him and that, because there's now something going around where they want to try and knight him, give him a knighthood, which I think is a good thing. I think giving him a knighthood now is good, because he's the best. He's got the most Grand Prix wins. He's equalled Michael Schumacher's record. But people say, no, he shouldn't be knighted because he doesn't pay taxes. They're trying to do this. Richard Branson doesn't fucking live in England. He lives in his bastard island and he's got one. Jackie Stewart doesn't live in England. Half the fucking Rolling Stones don't live in England. Rod Stewart doesn't fucking live in England. They're giving all, and he's like, no, because your point is bollocks. If you had the money what Lewis Hamilton on, would you live in England? Would you fuck? You'd live where he's living. If the boot was on the other foot, you wouldn't be in England paying your taxes.
I don't know where.
Wait, are we still talking about?
I don't know where he's gone. Like the tangent is like unbelievable. Where the fuck? Right,
Oh, it just annoyed you.
Right, so
You're
putting snowflakes in. The snowflake generation. You're putting.
I don't know what I'm putting in.
But,
I've just put a rant in. I've just had a rant that can go in there.
Okay.
I've had a rant.
Right.
I've had a rant about dickheads.
Okay.
Dickheads can go in there.
Right.
Well, that's kind of.
One I've got is the Kardashians.
Get them in.
The
Fucking get them right
the
in.
Kardashians,
Hold on.
for all they represent, piss me off so
Really, yeah, it's horrible. Isn't it?
Because what that is it's on several levels. One is they're famous for literally no reason. Like, they have no talent. None of them have any talent, like, at all. Like, they're solely famous just for putting cameras in their houses and showing that they live a life of enormous privilege and that they wear fancy clothes all the time, and then complain that their designer labels aren't very good and all that. And then what they've also done, on the back of that, they've actually inspired a whole group of people to become influencers and make money just by kind of selling themselves with regards to, oh, let me show you what designer stuff I'm wearing. Let me show you what I've done, like, look how many followers I've got and make money off that, and they don't have any talent either. So they've actually influenced a whole group of people who are getting famous for having no talent at all.
Yeah.
So just talking, really, just talking about
bollocks. And I just can't stand it. I can't stand it. I can't stand what they've done.
I think the reason you can't stand it is because it's incredibly shallow and just.
That's it. They have influenced. They are probably the original influencers, and their dad didn't one of their dads get O.J. Simpson off with murder.
Yes. And
Kim Kardashian is a porn star.
Well, I mean, that was her claim to fame. That was her only claim to fame, was she had a sex tape made about her, and that was it. That's literally how she became famous, and she's lived off that ever since. Yeah. Now that's not. And
now her step. Oh Jesus! How are we going to go around this?
And I guess
her stepdad is now a ladyboy. Lady?
No, she actually is a lady now.
No, it's not a lady. No. He was born a man, therefore he's a man. No matter if he's a man. This is another thing that pisses me off. People, when they come up with like non-binary, that's bollocks, right? Oh, I don't know what gender I am. Do you sit down to have a piss? Yes or no? If the answer is no, you're a man. Do you look down and see a meat and two veg between your legs? You're a man. Fuck off.
I think what you're saying is the problem with that.
What?
Well, because lots of men probably struggle to stand or have problems with their legs.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, there is such thing as having a lazy wee, but if you have John Thomas,
right?
No, that's a bit gay. If you have a penis in between your legs, you are a man, right? You are not. I don't know what bloody sex I am. You obviously do, right? Not non-binary. And then celebrities enforcing that on their there's some that Emily, whatever she's called, she's having a kid. She said, I'm gonna wait until my child's 18 before it makes up its mind of what gender it's gonna be. How? How does it wait until it's 18? It's done in your womb, you fucking goon. When Mr. Sperm's gone up there, it's already.
I mean,
18 years' time, you fucking retard.
In a strange way, you have a point, but who cares? Who cares if they want to do that? Does that affect your life in any way, really? It's just let them. If they want to do that, then that's fine. Let them do that. Let them think that way. Whatever.
Yeah, when you're doing bloody radio. Oh, Sam Smith just come out as non-binary.
Well, don't listen to the radio then.
Well, he's non-binary. When he's
they're not making you listen to him.
Well, yeah,
ignore it.
That goes back to workplace politics.
Oh,
can't change radio. You have to listen to a fat Yorkshireman waffle on for 45 minutes before he plays a bastard song.
So for me, basically, the fact that the Kardashians have kind of created a generation of people who get famous, who have absolutely no talent, pisses me off.
You've done all right off it, though, to be fair.
Oh,
talentless twats have done quite well.
They've done amazing out of it, but the fact that is actually a thing, that we actually make people famous who have no talent at all, is really bad.
It's like...
Can you name one of these influencers off the top of your head? Because I can't. As an example.
Oh Christ!
I can't think of one.
Well, because you won't. No, you won't be able to. No.
Well, the thing is, if you ask most teenagers, in high school in this country in the USA these days, and you gave them one influencer off
your name one
YouTube or something, and you gave them the name Martin Luther King, probably I think lots of them, maybe most of them, would recognise the influencer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's really sad.
That's a generational thing, you see. They're the snowflakey people because they're listening to that sort of shite.
Yeah,
but this is why we will not know who an influencer is, because they haven't influenced
No, I mean, it wasn't our generation, was it? So we don't know that.
I don't know. To be fair, though, you could say, actually, like a certain sports person has influenced us to do this without them actually going on the internet and being an influencer.
But the thing is, Sarge, if they're into sports or they are like an actor, an actress, they actually have a talent. They actually have some, like, you know, it's actually...
I don't know. There are some actors and actresses that are properly talentless. And football players like Lingard and Pogba, they're not talented.
But, you can't watch Bradford then, and then you'll see the show. Carry on, man.
Any Bradford player.
But at least they're not like... It's not like they just... Clearly, when you look at them, they're like, you don't have a talent. Like the Kardashians, you look at them and it's like, you don't have any talent. You're not
never really
entertaining. Yeah.
The closest one out of a lot of them to having any talent, and this is questionable, is Kanye West. He's the only one who would say he's any sort of talented.
Well, it's like that.
Yeah,
it's like that Captain Tom lad. He did something that was noteworthy.
Yeah. Yes.
And it was good. So there we go. He doesn't have a talent in rapping or in football, but he did something that was really good and got credit for it. Whereas I didn't really do anything that was good for anybody except themselves.
That's it.
Yeah.
So Joe's exactly right that it's give recognition to people who like are doing something either good or contributing in some way, but people getting famous who have contributed nothing, and I swear the Kardashians, I don't know what have they contributed. Like nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, if anybody is really bored and wants to tell us what they've done that's good for the world, then by all means, please message us because
please leave comments below on what the Kardashians have actually done for the world. I'd love to know what the Kardashians have done for the world.
Should I ask somebody who might know?
Yeah, go for it, Sargy. Go, Christ, yeah. Get him to put a comment in the video.
Oh, no, I know who's going to ask.
Oh, Jesus.
What have the Kardashians ever done for the world? Pay the taxes. Pay the taxes.
What does that?
Only to it. Is there anything else that they've done?
I don't know.
Entertains people.
That's questionable. That's really questionable.
Pogba entertains people. There you go.
Okay.
So absolutely nothing.
I think
absolutely nothing. Chuck them in there and walk away the fucking key. Get them gone.
It's the generation of shallowness. That's not real words that they've carried with them. They're horrible. It's just damaging for everyone.
And I suppose the fact that it's also spawned stuff like The Only Way is Essex, Geordie Shore. I can guarantee that sort of stuff would not have happened if Keeping Up with the Kardashians was not a success. I guarantee that sort of stuff would not have happened.
But she watches that shite.
Well, that's so.
But mate, she's watching, mate. This is the worst. This is probably the worst one, mate. There's a program called Vanderpump Rules. It's a woman who owns a bar, right? Yeah, and she runs a restaurant bar thing, right? And they've filmed her. It'll be like us filming Robbo with the wobbly cobbler, right? That's all what it is. It's somebody filming them, going, yeah, this is like, and they've made lots and lots of money off it. Shit.
So, Pickles, what have you got? Is your last one?
Well, there's not really a name for it, and I've been watching the video before about it. Have you ever heard anybody go into a pub or a coffee shop or your house and ask for a latte?
No.
Hold on. What? Because Chris has put them in his room 102.
Why?
Why? Because they are shit.
Listen, I'd say one thing about the Kardashians. They probably actually contributed to their economy because that Kylie's a billionaire.
No, she's not at all. No, she's not, because Vogue magazine said that she wasn't. So she's a fraud.
Assets, I think, not just £1 billion.
Yeah, assets. Yeah, and then it inspired like Geordie Shore and all that other shite you like to watch.
Oh,
Brilliant.
Oh, I like them. Brilliant. I like them.
Joe, with the latte thing, no,
Hold
I
on,
can't.
hold on. What?
you'll be harsh on reality TV.
I'm being harsh on reality TV, apparently.
No, because there's good reality TV and there's crap.
Yeah, I agree with
And that
Chris
one
there.
is definitely.
But to be fair, though, I'm a celebrity shit this year because they're not in the jungle and they can't have a shower in the bikinis.
Fucking hell. So, Joe, lattes. No, I can't say I've ever been to a restaurant and ordered a latte.
I mean, obviously,
Oh, here we go.
In the background, but, I don't want to be on it, but I'll listen.
What do you mean? Well, we've gone off the Kardashians now.
What are you talking about now?
Joe's on about lattes.
What about lattes?
No, the lattes, not lattes. Have you
Latte
ever
does
been
not
to a
exist.
restaurant and asked for a latte or a latte?
It's a latte, innit?
Have you ever asked for one?
No, I don't like coffee. But it's
That's
a
good.
latte. It's not a latte. It's a latte.
Whatever.
no, it's really not.
It's
This
really
is the
not.
perfect example. This is the perfect example.
Joe.
No, it's a latte. Please, can I have a latte?
But you wouldn't ask for one. You just
What?
go, please can I have...
What is it, in your opinion? What is it?
You just go in and it's either, can I have a black coffee with sugar or a white coffee with no sugar or
No,
with
because
sugar?
my mum says, "Oh, I like a latte," and
There
then
you
I'll
go.
go
I know
to
someone who likes one then.
and then I go to the counter and say, "Can I have a hot chocolate and a latte, please?"
It just really annoys me, and it's one of those things that no one knows what it is. Basically, it's just a coffee.
It's coffee.
with milk.
It's coffee with frothy milk.
It's like a
People
flat
invent-
white. Flat whites.
I think it's.
Find the word out.
What's a flat white?
Listen,
People took an Italian word and made it into a different one to make themselves sound more sophisticated.
is this right? Is this what you're all talking about?
Oh,
So what's in your 1 or 2 room then?
VAR. Racism.
What, that you don't like racism?
Yes.
Yes.
To banish racism.
Oh my god, what the fuck have you said about racism?
I pretty much. How many Russians did I condemn to death?
You condemn people to death.
The Russians, yeah, and the Italians.
Why?
Racist bastards. Yeah. So.
Why do you put people
Oh
in
my
who's a
fucking God.
minority to a majority?
Oh, they're not a minority. They're the
What are
biggest.
we talking about?
Russians.
Yes, you can't say all people who are from Russia
Jesus.
are racist. You can't say a statement like that. It's actually.
That's what we said.
That's what we said to him.
You sound so stupid when you say. You sound narrow-minded, and you just don't even sound like you know what you're talking about. You sound. It's so frustrating listening to you. Like, where's your evidence? Have you got evidence that everyone in Russia and Italy
I was on
are
about
racist?
Russian football fans when they chuck bananas at black people
So
on football pitches.
So how does that transpire into the whole of Russia and the whole of Italy?
Well, the Italians make monkey noises.
So every single person in Italy does that. Yes or no? Have you heard all of their population? Have you gone round and listened to every single person? No, you have not. I can answer you right now. So you cannot make a statement like that.
That's
It's true.
But you watch Geordie Shore.
No. Don't try and divert the question. You're diverting because you know I'm right.
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. So you shouldn't make stupid statements like that. It's very narrow-minded and it's ignorant. So apologise for making that comment because you shouldn't say stuff like that.
You shouldn't say stuff like that. You can't go being a genocidal maniac, man.
So I think you should retract your statement.
I retract my statement. And Becky retracts her statement that Geordie Shore is good because it's shit. Like with the Kardashians.
That was a great point, though. That's basically the point that we made.
Yeah, Becky's just reiterated what we thought.
Yeah, that I'm a fucking idiot.
Joe, what are your 3? I think you've done your 3. Just recapping. Workplace politics.
Workplace politics.
VAR, latte.
And it's not a real name for it. It's kind of the whole kind of coffee shop phenomenon.
Okay, fair enough. Sargy, yours was VAR, racism, and the snowflake
Simon
generation.
Cowell.
Well, no, you've chosen your three.
Oh, I was going to put Simon Cowell in.
Oh, tough, you can't. So, and mine was
What?
VAR.
Well, you can't pull that face. He's got to show that he's got Britain's Got Talent. He gets talentless people on who sing. He's got one called the X Factor where you go on and sing. Why can't the people who go on Britain's Got Talent who sing go on bloody Britain's Got Talent? Because X Factor, because he's got that one for them. Dogs. No one wants to see a dog bloody doing backflips. Piss off the circus.
One, what do you care? And two, you can change the channel. Why are you
I can't change the channel because you've got bloody remote.
Why are you so angry? Like, bring it down. Like, literally. This energy, the outburst of energy is unwarranted.
Oh my God.
Like, why are you getting so annoyed? You could just...
God give me strength.
Why? I just don't understand.
Why? Zlatan give me strength.
It's a fair point.
Like, you
It's a
just
really
don't
fair
have
point.
to get angry. You literally don't have to get angry. What was that? I feel
What?
like that was just like
Oh,
that was just odd.
whatever.
Like, nice he put in the Kardashians, but he didn't get really angry about it. He just
Yeah.
said.
So I've got VAR, Kardashians, and I've got one last one. The last one I want to put in room 102 is Halloween.
Becky likes Halloween as well.
Oh my God!
I hate it.
He's gonna say. I know.
I
what
hate
he's
it.
Gonna say.
I hate it. I hate Halloween. It's a form of begging.
Wait, it's Chrissy's go. Go on.
Halloween is a form of
Wait,
begging.
no, just let Chris speak.
It's a form of begging. It's Halloween.
How are you going to listen to Chris if he's get his opinion if you're
It's an
talking?
American concept, and it's a form of.
It's fine. Let Chris.
Stop.
So the reason I don't Halloween is, well, there's a whole trick or treating thing which I just don't understand. I don't see the point of all that. But beyond that, I just don't get the point of the festival. I don't see what's it supposed to celebrate. Like the equivalent one that I think of is in Mexico they have the Day of the Dead. Completely get that. Fully understand the reason that that's there. Because it's to celebrate your loved ones that have passed away and your family and friends. That's what the Day of the Dead is. Completely get that. For me, Halloween doesn't seem to be about that. So actually, what is the point of Halloween?
I would guess. I mean, and I've not looked at it how it's come about. But I would guess that what's happened is there's the USA and then there's Mexico, and there's been a crossover the border between Mexico and the USA, and they've heard about this Day of the Dead, and over years that's turned into Halloween, and then that's been projected into England, into the UK and Europe and the rest of the world. That's where I guess it's come from.
So
I agree
you're
with it,
saying,
but that's where I guess it's come from.
so you're saying it's Chinese whispers got out of hand?
Well, all I'm saying, I agree with Joe that could be how it started, but for me, it's like it seems to be a celebration of all things scary, and it's like, what a weird thing to celebrate. Like, I can understand celebrating the life of people who've died with Day of the Dead, but having a celebration of all things that are just scary, I don't understand. I don't get it. Don't get the point of it. That's just me. It just annoys me because I don't see the point in.
Yeah.
It's an American concept, and it's a form of begging. Really, that's why I see it.
Trick or treaters.
Good, because fucking good.
But
all I have to say is each to their own. Some people are gonna like it, some people are not.
You love it. I don't know why you like it so much. It's shit.
I just like it's All Hallows Eve, innit? It's all about. Well, I'm quite into like witches, and I do like Salem and stuff like that. And don't get me, we're a town where the Pendle witches.
We're not. We're a city, actually.
Well, city. Sorry. Good deal. And then we've got the witches, the Pendle witch. I used to be hanging up at Lancaster Castle.
Yes, but there's no such thing as witches.
In my family, the last person to what do you call them? Well, it's people who chop people's heads off.
Oh,
the head cutter off of her.
Yeah, that was the last one, the last person to do that. It's in my family. But it's not really. But anyway, I like Halloween. I like pumpkins. I like dressing up. But I do agree with Chris, though, I don't know what the point of it is, but it's a bit
There's
of
no
fun.
point. There's no point to it.
It's a bit of
There's
fun.
no fun.
No,
It's crap.
Becky, I
But we
completely.
start Halloween 2 months before it actually done in shops. Same with bloody Christmas.
Do you not let other people speak? Christmas, you like butt in it all the time.
I was talking to you about that one.
Yeah, no, but Christmas tracked up.
But Becky, I completely agree. I mean, I have friends who love Halloween, and they see it for the exact same reason. They just see it as a bit of fun and a reason to get dressed up. I completely get that. I think for me personally, I suppose since I don't see the, I don't enjoy that necessarily. I suppose it wouldn't be my favourite festival anyway. But it's just I don't see how it's just a weird one, how it started and where it's gone. I think it may
I get that.
Yeah, I think it started with like good intentions, maybe, of like possibly in a similar way to Day of the Dead, but it's just got so diluted where it's all about scaring people and it's all weird. I don't know how it's gone.
Right, this is the sort of shit they sell for Halloween.
Oh, I would agree with you, Chris.
It's a snowball
It has diluted, but I would say it's not gone scary. I think like people on Halloween now, they'll just dress up as
Beggars.
anything. No, they just dress up as anything now. They'll come as Kim Kardashian or something like that. Or
Jesus Christ, you're saying nothing real.
No, but do I think what Chris is saying, like, probably the tradition of Halloween is totally lost. It's been all commercial, and that's why I like for Halloween. I've always liked the more traditional. Well, not the I don't know what the traditional side is, but more like the witches and the pumpkins and ghosts and ghouls and stuff like that. But I think it's just like I do believe, and I think you've got a fair point, Chris. It's just I probably just have a different opinion, and I actually really enjoy Halloween. But I totally get what you're saying.
No, that's fair enough, Becky, because I know a lot of people like Halloween. I think I'm in the minority actually. Don't like Halloween. Well, I don't like Halloween either. So, but,
I hate it.
I don't like it.
But it's but yeah,
that
I know
is
a
true,
lot of people that do. So.
No, I think you've got a valid point.
I hope everyone has enjoyed this podcast, and with our extra special guest off screen, Becky, who contributed a lot to this discussion. So that was room 102, not 101. So the BBC can't sue us. Right. So
they'll make a good job of doing it.
Take care, everyone, and we will see you all later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.